Man, I'm like, there's like two ways I want to make this video, Booyah Nation. One way, as Anthony, right? I'm so happy as Anthony on the changes that are coming to FC26, if they're real, right? Because I know a lot of times we're like, oh, we're not going to get the next game. And then we pre-order it and everything's the same. But this really, really seems to me like they are making some massive changes that we're going to talk about in this video. And then I'm really pissed. I'm really upset. As AA9 Skills, the creator, I'm upset. But I'm cool with being upset. And I'm gonna tell you why I'm cool with being upset. I'm upset because EA Sports has taken responsibility and said that they see what is wrong with the game and they're attempting to fix that. Why I'm a little bit upset is because there's certain creators in this community that have been bashed by the community for not speaking up when we have speaked up and we've begged for certain changes. And now the changes are happening in 2026 and we've been begging for them since like 2019. And I'm one of them. And I don't want to be like, oh, because of me, it's not because of me that this is happening. This is not happening because of me. It's not happening because of any content creator that spoke out against EA Sports. This is happening because of every single one of you watching. I'm going to explain really quickly before we get into the good stuff, the juicy stuff that's coming. Listen, okay? When people used to say, content creators need to stop spending money. If y'all stop spending money, EA Sports will feel it in their wallet and then boom, they'll change the game. Nope. I used to say that's not gonna fix it. What's gonna fix it is when people stop playing the game. And what happened this year was you guys, the people at home, said, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with the direction EA Sports is taking this game in. I'm not playing it. Their sales are down and the amount of time that people are on their video game is down, right? Now their sales being down, guess what? Gaming is down in general. There's many games not hitting the sales they used to hit. But EA Sports is not having people stay on their game. If you look at the numbers of how many games are played a day, it's much less from the numbers I've seen than the previous years. Now, this is a problem for EA Sports. A few years ago, it wouldn't have mattered because guess what? FIFA has their sponsors, right? FIFA has Coca-Cola. You guys watch the World Cup, MasterCard, you see the sponsor that FIFA has. EA Sports had to follow that because of FIFA. When FIFA separated from EA Sports can now go FC26. They got to go get their own sponsors. The problem is, lads, when your numbers are down, Amazon, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, Nike, Adidas, they might not want to work with you the same way they want to work with you, and the bag might not be as big as it once was when the views were big, when people were playing. So now we got to fix the game. Now the CEOs are saying, yo, what's the problem here? And they got to fix it. And I think we've gotten to the point where things actually might change. If you ask me, Skills, do you think they're just finessing us so we buy the game again? No, I don't. And I'm going to tell you this from the bottom of my heart, because I think the numbers and what I just told you about sponsorships is a massive problem for EA Sports. It is a massive problem because it's not just about us opening up packs. That's cool. That money can still be good for them. But the fact that the sponsorship money is probably, they gotta please certain sponsors, hit certain numbers for the sponsorship people, right? Like, for example, if I do a brand deal right now with Gatorade, and Gatorade's like, hey man, every single video has to hit 100,000 views. And I made this deal back in FIFA 19, or FIFA 19, FIFA 20, FIFA 22, easy, bro. 100, 200, 300,000 views, we can hit those numbers all the time. Come 2025, we're not hitting those numbers no more, right? Is it because Skills is old and fell off and this and this and this and this? Maybe, but it's also because FIFA has fell off, right? People are not playing this game the way this game is once played. And then Gatorade would go, hey, why aren't you hitting these numbers? I could say, well, I'm not hitting these numbers simply because they don't care. They don't want no excuses. You got numbers to hit. And so if EA has deals like that with their sponsors, they got to fix their game as quickly as possible. And they're fixing to the game to little things, lads, things that really make a difference, right? And that's why I tell you, so as Anthony, and this is how I've always done my career, lads. I know a lot of y'all think that I don't do FIFA because it's my job. I don't, lads. I know you guys are not going to believe me, but guys, I have a football channel right now that does really good, and our social medias with football do really good. If I wanted to walk away from FIFA, thanks to you guys, thank God, thank everything, bro. We could do that. We're so blessed that we have the football community and you guys watching us on the football community that I could do that. But I love this game. And I've told people all the time, my views could drop down to 1,000 views, 100 viewers, 200 viewers. I don't post because of straight up, y'all will not believe me, lads. I don't look at my YouTube paycheck. I don't go check at the numbers. I do this because I love it. I do it because I love the game and I love FIFA. And I've always been like that since day one. True story, lads. Every time I would turn my stream on, right? Since the day I was started, I turned my viewer count off. because I don't want to see how many people are in there, because I want to act the same exact way with one person than the same way I acted. There was a stream when I had 75,000 viewers in there. I acted exactly the same because I didn't know how many people were in there. I never looked at numbers. I've never let numbers affect how I make a video or my content. I just love FIFA. And I've been this way since a kid. Right now, lads, I have a little baby. I do the night shifts, right? So I used to be up till 5 a.m. doing content either way. Now I'm not doing content, I'm changing diapers. So my little baby will be on my chest because right now we're having a hard time laying him in his bed. He does not like to be down. He wants to be up, right? He wants to be in someone's arms all the time, sleeping. So my wife will feed him and he'll go to bed around 11 p.m., 12 p.m. He'll fall asleep on my chest, right? I put him on my chest. And now I'm on the couch and these are my options. I can't play Ultimate Team because if he wakes up, I gotta go change a diaper, I lose the game. So I can't go into Ultimate Team, right? So now my choices are what? Career mode, my player, or a different game. So I play a game called Path of the Exile. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. And I'm like playing that game and then I'll get an itch. FIFA, jump on FIFA, play my player, started my player at DC United, went to an Italian team. After the Italian team, I went to the Dutch league to a team called 20, almost helped them win the Europa League, went from them to Benfica, and now I'm in my Benfica season. I also have done a Benfica career mode on upstairs, and I play this, and this is what I've done since I was a kid, bro. I could tell you when I was a kid, I used to go play Benfica, David Luiz, I would always buy Alexandre Pato to Benfica. This is what I did. It's my life, right? So I've always enjoyed that part of gaming. It's my game. So I want to see it be good. And these games have sucked. And I say that in the nicest way possible because when I made rant videos, I know so you guys are probably like, Skills, why aren't you in Vancouver? I used to work with EA Sports a lot up until probably I think the last event I went with KSI to FIFA 12, FIFA 13 was the last time. And then our relationship, I don't want to say our relationship's bad because if I need to get a hold of them, I probably could. It's very difficult. They don't really talk to my manager. And even if they were to invite me to Vancouver, I wouldn't have gone simply because right now I have a baby. And number two, I don't really think it's right for me to go because I've not gone for so many years. I just don't think other people can do that, right? So for me, it's one of those things where I probably wouldn't go regardless. They did invite me a few times and I didn't go, and maybe that's where they got a little bit upset with me back in 14, 15. Or they just got upset with me with the rant videos. I'm not sure. But I never made my videos in a way to bash their game because I've always, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Now, FIFA don't feed me, YouTube feeds me. But they make a game that I do content on, right? So I want to see this game be successful. I never made my videos in a way where I was trying to just bash the company just to bash it. I understand they have a product, they're proud about their product, but I try to speak from a place of Anthony, not AA9 Skills, but as Anthony, a person that just enjoys this game. I've watched it go downhill, but they've taken responsibility. And this is where it's very important. So let's talk about how they're taking responsibility. The first thing that they're doing, and this is the smallest thing, they're taking time finishing out. Now, I know this might not be a big deal to you guys. Like, well, Skills, I'm not buying that because, hold on, I'm not telling you to buy the game either. Time finishing is something that the pro players care about. And the pro players is such a small portion of players. There's a base over here, the hardcore player, the casual players. And when I say the hardcore player, I mean the players that play a lot, but still are not playing to the pro level. Those guys don't really care about time finishing. I play the game a lot. I don't really care about time finishing. I think it's something that's unnecessary in the game. I also think player locking is unnecessary in the game because there's one thing, being around football my whole life, one thing that I've always heard coaches say, yo, keep it simple. Football is simple. Keep it simple. Pass the ball, beat a person, pass the ball, shoot the ball, control the ball. Simple sport. Player lock-in, all kinds of animations, time finishing. It's too much. It used to be a simple game. It's not simple no more. They've made it too complicated. And now they're trying to revert. They're trying to take time finishing out of it. I think they should take player locking out of it. I personally think goalkeeper movement should get out the game, right? I think all this stuff is just stuff that bails people out. Player locking is more for the pro players, right? But goalkeepers, it's all stuff that bails people out that get beat defensively. So EA Sports has updated the speed of their game, right? They've updated the speed massively. They've taken player locking out, and they've taken out a lot of animations and changing certain like lengthy and stuff and the way players run. They're changing all of that when it comes to gameplay. And this is something that we've been begging for a long time, because many years ago, lads, I had a conversation with one of the managers that were there a long time ago. This was years ago, probably, I want to say it was around FIFA 17, 18. We were doing the top 100 stuff, and I talked to him. He's no longer there. And I said, hey, man, I remember where I was at the beach. I was about to walk into like this little bar cafe thing. And I said to him, I said, hey, man, I think you guys should take out share plays. I think you guys should like stop share plays from being a thing. And they said, no, EA really likes it because it's really good promotion for our game. And I told him, I said, but dude, like if everyone can do it, right, then no one is special. The reason we watched Messi is because he did something that no one other players could do. So it was special to watch him. The reason we watched Ronaldo, he could score goals like nobody else. It was special to watch him. If everyone can do it, we would never care about Messi and Ronaldo. What I'm trying to say to you is if everyone can pack Ronaldo, if everyone can pack Messi, if everybody can pack Dingo, if everybody can pack these cards and everybody can see it all the time, it's not special. And when something's not special, it no longer attracts people to it, right? There's no attraction to FIFA no more. Everyone can have every card in the game, right? And that's when they came out and they said, we're lowering the power curve. We're gonna make the gold cards last longer. They said that in today's interview. They said they're gonna allow the gold cards to last longer. So this is key, and we'll get back to this in a minute. But back then, and again, the manager that's there now is probably not the same people. It's probably all new people at EA. Was like, it's good exposure for the game. And they were really focused on good exposure and more eyes on the game. The problem is they got so caught up on more eyes on the game and more cards being in and more packs and more, they lost it. They lost control. They completely lost control. I just told you about my newborn, right? I haven't played Ultimate Team for about 2 months now. It's been a long time, lads. I jumped on for like a day, dropped a YouTube video, and really been playing career mode, not really touching Ultimate Team. If I jump on right now and I look at my team compared to teams, it's gonna be night and day. I'm so far behind. What I'm trying to say is, since 2010, when I started making content, I've no life this game, right? I go out with my wife, we do our thing. I come home, I make a video. I'm looking online to see if new cards came out. Let's go make a video. So I'm always around the game. So for me, I could never notice it. But now that I'm back and I'm like, I have my baby and I'm not playing FIFA like that, I look at it and I go, I'm not playing Ultimate Team like that. I'm playing career mode. I look at it and I go, damn, like, how are you meant to keep up with this? If you got a baby, if you got a job, if you got a family, well, how are you meant to keep up with this? And it really hit me. And you know another thing that hit me? When I was coming up in the YouTube scene, I know it's very different, but I used to and I'm a content creator. I used to chill on my couch, y'all, and just watch KSI's video, Nepenthes' video, Calfreezy's video, Air Japes, so many content creators. And now there's not many people. There's like Boros Legends, there's me, but there's not many people doing like Road to Glories, but there's not many people just focusing on the game and the gameplay and like you being able to like kind of miss a couple episodes and jump in 5 episodes later and continue, because so much changes in those 5 episodes, you're completely lost because of how much stuff is in the game. And recently, because like I said, I got the baby, I'm going through on my TV, I'll be watching like streams and stuff, I'll be going through stuff, and I'll be looking for content, and it's either share plays. What does good in FIFA right now is either you doing share plays, or if you're doing like challenge videos, like one nation, every position type videos. But there's no like, there's or like duos, like I know the hashtag house doing crazy. But outside of stuff like that, lads, like just watching somebody just play the game for the game, it doesn't really exist anymore. And that low key kind of makes me a little bit sad that it's no longer just like, about watching someone enjoy the game and just play the game. And it's like, damn, like EA really took this game into a place where it's like ripping packs, SBCs, and just so much that it's just so hard to keep up with even watching content. And now I get to kind of look at it, like I said, as Anthony, because I've never really taken a step back. As A9 Skills, I'm always in the grind, and I never got to really step back and look at the community and how much it's changed. It's very, very hard to keep up with content, and it's very hard to keep up with what's going on in the game. But EA Sports put out today that they're going to be reverting that the gold teams are going to last longer. Now, I know to a lot of people, this is not going to hit the same. To a lot of people, they're like, oh, this is terrible, bro. So you're telling me I have to play with Marcus Rashford for 2 months? Listen, I know it's not as rewarding and you don't see the 99 rated cards, but I'm going to tell you something. right? And this is coming from an old man. Look, I got white hairs now. Most of y'all watched me, bro, when I had hair. I wasn't bald yet. You know, man wasn't married. Man, y'all watched me as a baby. Now I got hair, got a kid. Like, it's different, right? But I'm going to be honest with y'all, lads. And I know a lot of y'all might not have played this game. A lot of y'all are younger. Lads, there's something so great when you have a gold team and you hit your first icon or you hit your first special card and this upgrade, there's something so special about this upgrade going into your team. But that upgrade lasting for a couple weeks. Not nowadays, you hit a Mo Salah, team of the week, you're so excited, or you hit him on Thursday, by Monday, he's not part of your team no more. And it's like, damn, that feeling just kind of goes away. And so EA Sports says they want to go back, and they admitted that they got it wrong. And to me, this is where I applaud EA Sports. And I say EA though, bro, like, this is what I'm saying. This is, and lads, if EA would have hit me on a phone call, or any of the content creators that's ever made like a rant video, I don't know about them, but for me, I wouldn't have asked for no money. I wouldn't have asked to make a video. I would have kept it behind the doors, closed scene, just us on the phone. And I would have told them what I believe is wrong with the game to get it fixed. Because as Anthony, I just want to see the game fixed. I don't care as AA9 Skills. And the funny thing about it is, if they was to fix the game for me, Anthony, to enjoy, the AA9 Skills YouTube channel and stuff would all do better because more people would come back to the game. So at the end of the day, yeah, it all kind of intertwines. But as a fan of this game, because I'm a fan, bro, y'all can call me a fanboy, y'all can make fun of me, whatever. I'm a fan of this game. I've been a fan of this game since I was a baby. So for me, it's like, damn, yeah, I want to be successful. And yeah, I want to get excited for the things they're saying. And I am going to buy the game. I always buy the game. But I just hope that they're not lying. If I pull this up real quick, you guys don't see me real quick, but first thing, they're removing foot champs. Okay, so that's one thing to kind of keep in mind. SBCs, I'm not really want to talk about right now. Huge news. Goalkeeper Evos, okay? Slower power curve, repeatable Evos. I can get my camera on for y'all so y'all can actually see me talking. Okay, so that's a little bit of that stuff coming, but there's so much more news that I want to pull up for you guys real quick. I bookmarked a few things as well that is really, again, these are little things. I don't think this should impact whether you get the game or not, but this in itself is something. Right here it says stadium shadows, and you could put it on or off. I know this is the stupidest thing in the world. I know this might sound absolutely crazy to y'all, but there's two things that you need to understand from this. First of all, the shadows being gone are going to improve the way the game plays, okay? Because less graphics mean better gameplay, all right? That's the first thing. But the second thing, how is this simple thing not in the game from the jump? Like, this is something that's so simple, and the community's been asking for so. I remember back in 2017, there was pro players accusing other players of using shadows, I'm not joking, as an advantage. And this stuff should have just been stuff that's going on. That is no way, shape, or form, a reason for you to pre-order the game. Okay, this is where I think I'm gonna pick the game up just for me. The fact they said the power curve is gonna be slower, that to me, and I'm gonna pick the game up regardless, because y'all know I'll buy the game either way, especially because now it's my job. But either way, I bought the game either way. First thing, the power curve is gonna be slower. The second thing, they're improving drafts. This is huge for me. If you guys follow my channel, you guys know that drafts and career mode are like the main things that I always did on my channel before Foot Champions came out. Drafts are huge, and they're gonna be changing. They said they're gonna be changing and updating them weekly. Now, this is important if they're changing like the game, the cards, not only the cards, but rewards. If they're changing all of this stuff, it is so awesome for drafts. Another one, power curve. Gold cards will last longer, less promos, massive W. I agree fully to this. Huge W. A few new player roles coming in. I'm not the craziest fan of player roles, but we was our first season with them. If they can adjust them properly, maybe these things will be good. I'm not the biggest fan of those. I'm just scrolling down with the FC. Right here, lads, you can see the new skill moves. This is the new drags. There's a couple new ones, which all look absolutely awesome. This is not gonna get me to get the game or not, because I'm not the craziest skill move player, but the dribbling, this is what gets me here, lads. This is huge. This is FC25 dribbling, okay? You see this turn this guy makes right here? Where's it at? This turn, this to us in the community, we call this the left stick dribble. All right. The left stick dribble is the most important thing in the game because it's the way that you could break down people that are playing Park the Bus. It's when you're not holding the sprint button, you just do a quick turn. That took forever. It looked like a truck. He's going to cut again. Look at that. It looks like a truck. Look at this here. Bang, bang. Look at the quick turning. This right here in itself, if this is the only feature they added, I'd buy the game. Just this right here, to me, lads, I buy the game off of this. Like, I'm not even, y'all gonna laugh at me, but this is why I buy the game. Right, off of this, I buy the game, bro. Off of this, because this is game changing, bro. Look, first of all, look how fast the player looks on the ball. And think, one thing I don't like, I'm gonna keep it a full stack with y'all. Y'all can laugh at me if you want, and hopefully EA gets this right. I want y'all to pay attention to this clip, okay? This is important. What is this guy doing, bro? Watch this guy right here. Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Nah, man. Look, if you don't want to attack the ball, at least guard him, bro. Like, do something like this. Look, you see how it says 22 over his name? It looks like 2 question marks because he's completely lost. This right here kind of gets me, but I will be honest with you. I also don't want them to improve the defense anymore because the defense is already completely overpowered. But you see how he's kind of barbecue chickening and stuff like that? That's for me, lads, that's absolutely huge, man. That dribbling right there in itself is something that really, really, really makes me happy. Right here, the foot champs is being removed. The next thing I want to say about foot champs being removed, Top 100 needs to come back. I swear EA Sports needs to put Top 100 back. And I know a lot of people are not going to care about Top 100, but let me tell you something, lads. Top 100 gave people something to thrive for. It was something that even if you couldn't get it, one day you were like, damn, I just want to try. Like, one day I want to hit this. It gave people a reason to want to, like, grind. I think Top 100, Top 200 should come back. I truly believe it. I don't know if they'll bring it back. They haven't announced nothing like that. But I think that is something that would massively improve the game. Huge improve the game. And the most important thing to me, lads, like this right here, this is an important one. I want to show you guys this. If you want FC26 for free, okay, so he's saying if you want it free, so he's giving away. I thought I read it different. I thought people, because I know a lot of people said the game should be free. That scares me, and I've been saying this for years. Am I a fan of buying a game for $70 every year? Yes, if it changes. But lads, if the game goes free, the amount of microtransactions they're gonna push more than they already push on us is gonna be out of this world. Imagine you already pay $100 for this game, and they already push microtransactions like the way they do. If this game goes free to play, but you're gonna have to pay, you'll probably have to pay to enter a game. You're probably gonna have to give 150 FIFA points every time you want to play a game. Every time you want to play a head-to-head opponent. You know what I mean? Like, to me, that just scares me. I don't want the game to go free to play because I think they'll push more and more of the micro transactions. So time finishing is gone. Drafts are getting updated throughout the weeks from what they're saying. They faster dribbling, faster passing. The passing is the one I was looking for the most. Also, I guess this is something new coming as well. I just seen this one. You can finally set the defense positions for corners on FC26. That's pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's pretty good. We haven't got any news on the servers yet, so that's one thing we haven't got. But I really want to show you guys the passing in FC26, and I put FC25 in the tags. Maybe that's why it didn't come up. But FC26 in passing, bro, looks absolutely insane. I know I've been rambling for a long time, lads. Oh, here we go. I found it. So FC25's passing. I want you to pay attention to this, lads. Look at this. So when the ball gets here, there's a touch. Now watch. He's going to take a touch. That one passed first time. He took a touch. Look how slow it is, bro. Like, it's so slow. Watch here. Bang. Bang. The ball travels. Now, this is the way FIFA 18 war, FIFA 19, FIFA 17. If the ball can travel, you can annihilate people playing Park the Buses. But if the ball don't travel, this is important to me, lads. Like I said, all the skill moves, all the dribbling, all the nonsense, I don't care, bro. But being able to tiki-taka, being able to play the game the way football is played in real life is such a beautiful thing, bro. What should separate teams, the way Barcelona separated themselves, the way City separated themselves, the way PSG has separated themselves right now in football away from other teams, is a high press and being able to pass the ball really well and control the game. That's what this FIFA 25 didn't allow you. FC 26 seems like you're going to be able to allow to really control the game through that. So this, to me, lads, really makes me happy, lads. Really makes me happy. And again, there's a lot of things that I'm saying here where it's like I'm almost sounding as if, oh, this is going to be so much better. This is what I'm talking about. Check this out, lads. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all see that? Now you could turn the shadow off. if y'all think that's not a big deal, that was a big deal. I know it's not something where you go buy the game because of it, but that shadow was mad annoying. There was so many stadiums that I wanted to use that I wouldn't use because of a shadow. And now that that's gone, I'm so thank. This says only players who a Trivela playstyle can Trivela in game. No one else. This scares me. I'm not the biggest fan of playstyles, bro. I'm not the biggest fan of playstyles. I'm not gonna judge it till I play it. If you can pass the ball fast and do all of that, I'm happy with it. But I'm being honest with y'all, man. I'm really scared of the playstyles. Double tapping circle is going to be for low drivens again. Here we go. Time finishing gone for the first time in FC26. Very excited about double tapping to finish. That's taking it back to the FIFA 17 Sundays. My boy in the Penfest knows what he's talking about here. Absolute beastly and feastly. So main things, lads, as you guys can see, slower power curve. The first time through a through ball glitch is fully nerfed. We'll see about that. Or the first time. And then it also says the L1 speed boost has been nerfed as well. Timed finishing is being removed. Trivela shots massively nerfed. Gameplay is improved. Speed is improved. Go cards will now feel FC25 with Team of the Seasons. Okay, that's kind of crazy. AI defense has been nerfed. We'll see about that. I hope it stays that way. Passing is much faster. Defending is no longer catched up to attackers too quickly. The low driven power shot is currently the most effective way to shoot the power shot play style. The low driven player. So I guess that's from people playing the game. What else is in here? Anything else that really stands out? The drafting I saw, you could turn off the shadow. I don't see anybody putting the drafting, but I saw the drafting earlier. I swear I saw the drafting earlier, that drafts are going to be, it was during one of the interviews where drafts, and no one's really talking about because no one plays drafts no more because they kind of killed that mode without updating it. So agree. The feeling on FC26 is different, focused rather than features. Can't deny how positive it is. Look, I'm not gonna sit here. I have no hate towards it. All I can say to y'all is if EA's actually doing what they're saying, then they listened. They listened to all of us. They listened to the community, and I can only say thank you from the bottom of my heart because it's all the community's ever wanted. All the rant videos we've ever dropped, all the times we've gotten upset, we just wanted. Now I will keep it honest with y'all. Like I said, I'll keep it a stack with everybody. Am I scared that they do all this stuff and then week one patch comes out because they see players are upset and people are getting scored on, they change it all instantly? Yeah, I'm terrified of that. I am. But I hope that's not what happens. I hope that the game is fun. I hope the gameplay is fun, and I hope the power curve is slower, and I hope FIFA can get back to the glory days, man, because once upon a time, lads, FIFA was on top. And I'm telling y'all the truth, man. And I used to always say to my friend Nep, to everybody, I said, man, EA really got so lucky because they got football. And when you got football, you can never die because football's so globally big, you can never mess this up. And they did mess it up. They messed the game up massively. And they really jeopardized everything they had going for them. I hope this opened up their eyes, how bad this game did. I hope they realize that the community doesn't like what they've been doing and it gets back to what it used to be, you know, to the back in the day, and it becomes fire again. Am I telling you to go get the game? Absolutely not. Do I think that everything is going to happen the way they're saying? Probably not. But I'm hopeful. I will be super grateful if it happens. I'm excited for the things. I'm very happy they're taking responsibility. I'm very happy they're calling themselves out. I'm very happy if you watch the trailer, they're making fun of themselves. I'm very happy they're taking responsibility because the number one thing, the first thing is taking responsibility. And then once you take responsibility, try to adjust it. And it seems like that's what they're doing. Again, the creators that kind of went out there are usually creators that they work with often. I would have really liked to see them take people out there like Nick and maybe Nap and stuff like that. Again, I probably wouldn't have gone even if they invited me, but I would have liked to see the guys they haven't worked with for many years, because then I would have been like, wait a minute, they're really wanting to listen to the ones that have probably criticized them the most. I would have liked to see that. But regardless, it seems like from all the stuff that we have put in our videos saying that we want, it's happening. We've all said we wanted a lower power curve. We all said we want drafts fixed. We've all said we want faster passing. We all said we want skill moves to feel more skillful. We all said we want the game to flow better. We all said we wanted the shadows out the stadiums. We have said these things for years, and it really seems like it's happening now. So all we can do is sit back and hope it's the facts, see what happens when the game drops in pretty much a month. and we can get the business. You know, we can get a month and a half, we can go crazy. But until we get the game in our hands, we won't really know. But everything we have asked for, we're getting. So I am first year that I'm very optimistic for this. I'm very, very excited for this. I hope I'm not getting finessed. Let me know how you guys feel in the comments down below. I would love to know how y'all are feeling about it. But I'm very, very happy for the changes that look like are coming. I'm your boy, A9 Skills. I love you guys. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. A lot of awesome changes coming though, man. Not me personally. I'm very happy.